and going to resume our broadcast of the Motowear International late models here at the dirt track at Charlotte for the Knuckleheadz iRacing League. We had a little bit of a problem with Heat 1. Caution was called and was not able to be removed. The heat race was stuck under caution, so they just had to vacate the track, reset, and get this one going again. So here we are. Jesse Ingram, Juan Martinez on the front row, Travis McDonald, John Bennett second row, Tim L. Brown on that third and final row. Almost didn't get here in time. I saw that they had a practice session, so I was like, oh, I'll quickly go get some things quickly sorted before the race and come back to find that they had advanced it and was sitting on the front row on the grid. So, yeah, time to get this thing underway. Knuckleheadz iRacing Leagues, the dirt track at Charlotte, Concord, US of A. The Motowear International late models are officially under green flag racing conditions. Off we go. Should have just left it live and put some music on. I've been messing around with a little bit of AI and creating music, creating theme songs for the shows. So I was going to go with some of that today, but I decided against it. I hadn't spoken to the Knuckleheadz boys yet. So yeah, stay tuned for that one potentially. It looks like Jonathan Foxworth in 6th place on the track map. See him just coming out of 4, hitting that start-finish line. He's had a bit of trouble getting to the grid on time here tonight, but our race leader, Juan Martinez, second currently John Bennett. There's the 7 of Jesse Jackpot Ingram as well. Alright, we're at the white flag lap. Juan Martinez expertly in control right now. Just trying to get the camera up to 1 so we can celebrate his victory here as he comes out of 4. He's going to get that checkered flag, win Heat 1 second. John Bennett, Jesse Ingram is finishing 3rd, Travis McDonald 4th, Tim L. Brown 5th, and Jonathan Foxworth will finish 6th. Alright, there we go. We successfully got that heat out of the way after those previous technical difficulties. Alright, the boys are lining up on the track, but my camera's really not cooperating with me today. Will not give me a car in this. There we go. All right, so now we can see there the 0-1-3 Michael Clark on the inside line, Peyton Burkett on that outside line, Cody B. McDonald and Michael Mad Dog Davis on that second row. We can just see Christopher Standridge coming into view on the right hand side of our screen in the red 22. All right, similar to our Heat 1 from our difficulties, Michael Clark, I believe. Not pinning it on him, certainly not, but just saying that I believe he fired a bit early in the previous Heat 1, and that's what caused that yellow to come out and go from there. So obviously he'll be worded up quite well now. I imagine we won't have any problems with this start. And the 17 is the front row, the 028, the 99, second row, and the 22. He is on that third row inside line. We go to 4. A bit bunched up. You get that where people are trying to maintain that friendly speed. But green flag, off we go. A little bit of contact between the 13 and the 17. Nothing too serious. The 13 might have come out of that on the better side of it. The 17 had to slide up the track a little bit from the contact. Now he's being battled by the 028 Cody B. McDonald, while the 13 of Michael Clark, the 013, is our race leader. 013 on the leaderboards, 1-3 on your screens. I swear I saw a bubble float across the track. What the heck was that? Halfway mark here, first 3 laps just about to be completed, 3 more to come. 17 at Peyton Burkett. He was our winner in the Motowear International Sprint Cars earlier tonight. He is currently second in Heat 2 of the Pro Late Models, Motowear International Pro Late Models. Just 2 to go. Michael Clark in firm control. Quickest lap on the track, 14.907. Last lap was 14.958 by Cody B. McDonald. White flag is out. We have got 1 lap to go. Will there be contact? No, the 28 to 17 very close. The 28 wanting to move himself up into second place though. As we come out of the turns, the 13 is going to get the checkered flag. Second it was the 17 of Peyton Burkett. Third, 28 of Cody B. McDonald. Michael Mad Dog Davis and Christopher Standridge and Michael Mad Dog Davis rounding out the 4th and 5th positions. Alright, looks like warm-up's not going ahead. Going to go straight through to our main event. 40 laps. The dirt track at Charlotte, Concord, USA, Motowear International Late Models. This is Knuckleheadz iRacing League Sunday night of racing. We've got 11 race cars ready for the field. Juan Martinez and Michael Clark qualified pole and qualified front row. Peyton Burkett and John Bennett second row. Third row, Jesse Ingram and Cody B. McDonald. Fourth row is going to be Travis McDonald and Christopher Standridge. Tim Brown and Michael Mad Dog Davis on that 5th row. Looks like Jonathan Foxworth not able to get onto the grid before they started rolling. He will start in the pits. Of course, if anyone in the top 5 in points has qualified up the front, they will take an EOL as per the Motowear International Late Model rule set. Now we're just going to jump over to the points. That would be Michael Clark, our pole position sitter, Travis McDonald, who was second. Jesse Ingram's also there, Peyton Burkett, Juan Martinez. So I think the only guy Juan was there as well. So I think most of that front row going to the back. In fact, 7th and 8th. Our 4th row is now our pole front row. Christopher Standridge, Travis McDonald are the front row. Michael Mad Dog Davis and Tim Brown are the second row. Juan and Martinez and John Bennett are now the third row. 4th row is going to be Peyton Burkett, Jesse Ingram, and then the 5th row, Cody B. McDonald and Michael Clark. So a big reshuffle ahead of this 40-lap main event here at the dirt track at Charlotte. Alright, off we go and racing. 22 and the 88 side by side. Christopher Standridge, Travis McDonald. They are not going to let this opportunity slip when you have about 5 cars get put behind you and you guys go from 4th to front row. That is a gift that you just take advantage of. Juan Martinez, though, he is joining friend and teammate Travis McDonald up in second as he comes under Chris Standridge, moving him back to third. Oh, Travis getting a little bit low there towards those infield tyres. They can be an obstacle, so we'll have to wait and see. Looks like we've just got our first caution. Can't quite see what might have happened there. first caution for the night. I think it was the 013 of Michael Clark. So let's just go back a lap and see if we can see. Oh, I think I see what the issue was. We talked about it. I thought I might have jinxed the leaders by bringing it up, but it looks like we might have jinxed Michael Clark, and that is the infield tyres. Oh, no, it was not. It was the 99 came into contact a little bit there, and just got loose, ended up on the infield tyre. So first caution for the night. Alright, they are lined back up and getting into order. Front row is going to be Travis McDonald with pole. Juan Martinez outside pole. Behind him, Christopher Standridge and John Bennett, Peyton Burkett and Jesse Ingram on that third row. Fourth row is going to be Cody B. McDonald, Michael Mad Dog Davis, Tim Brown and Michael Clark on that final fifth row. Some frame drops. I wonder what they've done to Streamlabs with this latest update. It's gone from using about 10 to 15% here with the CPU to about 25%. That's just not good. I mean, do need a new CPU, do need a new pro computer, but that's a problem for another day. Fundraiser drive type situation. Alright, we are back and racing. Lap 6 of 40 is underway. Travis McDonald, Juan Martinez, Christopher Standridge, it looked like John Bennett, Peyton Burkett. That's the 5 as I almost shoot my mouse across the room. They are fighting everywhere. We're going to just try and get the cams back a little bit and see some of this midfield pack racing. John Bennett, Peyton Burkett, Cody B. McDonald, the 7 at Jesse Ingram, 13 at Michael Clark. These guys are all capable of winning a race. Oh, John Bennett's been a little bit of contact by Peyton Burkett, got a little bit sideways, managed to keep it straight. Good driving by John, good recovery by Peyton to get off of him. Another caution has come out. John Bennett right at the rear of field from 5th place. So let's just go back and see what happened there. It looked like he might have got up into the wall. I thought there might have been a bit of contact by the 17 afterwards, but the initial issue looked like, oh, shot up, that might have been a steering thing. It looked like he shot up the track. Definitely was not trying to get in front of that other car, but up into the wall. Tyre damage, he's going to go in and get that repaired. We're going to get ourselves back underway shortly. Lap 9 is the caution. Second one for the night. Alright, we're just coming up on the 15-minute mark of this broadcast. We're on lap 9 of our 40-lap feature race. Will be lap 10 when we get this one back underway with Juan Martinez in the lead. Travis McDonald outside pole. Chris Standridge and Jesse Ingram on that second row, third row. Peyton Burton, Cody B. McDonald, Michael Clark, Tim Brown, Michael Mad Dog Davis, John Bennett. We are racing. Another caution has come out. This one looks like on the track map, the 88 of Travis McDonald. Oh, looks like his problem started at the start-finish line. So we'll just go back a little bit further. Come in on a different angle as well. No, that's not a good one. Nope, neither. We're in slow-mo here, guys, so don't panic. It's not a problem with the screen. Look like the 88 just floated up. That rear spoiler got ripped off by the wall. And the momentum just carried him all the way around. Third caution for the night. Current order of things: Juan Martinez, Christopher Standage, front row; Jesse Ingram and Cody B. McDonald, second row; Michael Clark, Peyton Burkett will be third row; fourth row, Tim L. Brown and Michael Mad Dog Davis. John Bennett and Travis McDonald will be on that fifth and final row. All 10 cars still in this race. Will be lap 12 of 40 when we get it back underway. This is the Knuckleheadz iRacing League Sunday night of racing. We had the Motowear International Sprints up first. Now the Motor International late models. We've got the pro late models here at Concord, USA, the dirt track at Charlotte. If you've watched a Mud Mule / Bobber TV broadcast and you hear this track mentioned, you will know I love this track. This is probably my favorite out of all the tracks on dirt. I do have a lot more success at other tracks. USA is probably my most winningest track. But Charlotte, there's just something about the dirt track that I just absolutely love. As I mentioned in the previous interview, is just past the 2-year anniversary of my former racing team, Beak Performance, that I was a part of, getting the 1, 2, 3, Young Money, Aaron Rakoski, Donovan Reynolds, and myself taking out that 1, 2, 3. It was a great moment. All caution came out straight away. It looked like the 22 got caught up in some action. Tim Brown and Michael Clark, third and fourth, we noticed that they had a little bit of contact off the start as well, but kept it going and was not the fourth caution. Cautions do breed caution, and it is a little bit tricky to get going after we have one. But we'll see if the boys can settle down and get this back underway. As always, under caution, I will be back in just one moment. Trying to see if I can find some things to save my throat, but alas, we'll just bear with it. Juan Martinez, Jesse Ingram's on the front row. Second row is Michael Clark and Tim Brown, Travis McDonald and Cody B. McDonald brothers. On third row, fourth row, Michael Mad Dog Davis, John Bennett, Peyton Burkett also out there as well. Are we missing a car? So we've just got 9. Yes, we are. Chris Standridge looks like he has retired. We wish you the best of luck, Chris. Get in the chat and say something witty. Alright, 16 of 40. 4 more laps till we get to the halfway mark of this 40-lap feature at the dirt track at Charlotte. What I would call one of the premier late model racing tracks. Peyton Burkett trying to get some things done there. He is currently in 7th. He's got Tim L. Brown, Travis McDonald. Oh, there's been some contact. John Bennett looks like he got around it. Have they kept it green? There's no yellow yet, so it looks like they might have recovered. Up the front though, Juan Martinez, Jesse Ingram and Michael Clark are battling it close. This is a battle for the 1, 2, 3. We come through 3 and 4. We're about to start the 19th lap. Oh, so close to that halfway mark. Juan Martinez, Jesse Ingram, Michael Clark, Cody B. McDonald, John Bennett, Peyton Burkett, Travis McDonald, Tim L. Brown, and Michael Mad Dog Davis as the caution comes out. I think that might be Tim L. Brown having a few issues there. Got himself over to the pits. Let's have a look. Yeah, it looks like he's got a bit of a blinking issue there, and obviously the boys not able to see him on the track. That's going to make things difficult, and has led to our 5th caution just prior to the halfway mark of this 40-lap main event. Alright, looks like we're going to have one more time around the track. We'll get this back underway. The 429 of Tim L. Brown still in the pits. Went in 5th place. Currently we'll be sitting in 9th as the boys come around across that start-finish line. It is Juan Martinez, Jesse Ingram, Michael Clark, Cody B. McDonald, John Bennett, Peyton Burkett, Travis McDonald, and Michael Mad Dog Davis. 10 cars started the race. 8 are currently on the track. Still anyone's game, still more than half a race to go. This is going to be the final lap of the first half. In fact, 21 laps remain. But still plenty of race, still a chance for anyone to take it. Off we go. We are racing once again. Green flag lap, 20th lap of 40. But Michael Clark was going to come down and have a bit of a challenge on Jesse, but Jesse said, no, I'm good, buddy. I've got second. I'll hold on to this. Juan Martinez up high making that run. He's always going to have the race to the finish line there with a high exit out of 4. Peyton Burkett, sorry, not Peyton Burkett, Michael Clark and Jesse Ingram still battling it out. Peyton Burkett's back there behind the 28 of Cody B. McDonald in front of John Bennett, the 1. Peyton Burkett is the 17 on our screens. With 18 laps to go. This is where you need to start knuckle down, finding that line, building that run. 13, a bit of a mini slider in front of the 7 there of Jesse Ingram. Don't know if it's necessarily going to stick. To wait and see. He does have the 13 does have the high line, so he might have a momentum run on the 7. He does. He pushes the 7 back to 2nd. He's going to move up into, back to 3rd. The 13, Michael Clark's going to move up into 2nd. Cody B. McDonald, Peyton Burkett 4th and 5th, and just catching up also to the 7 car there in 3rd. Martinez, our race leader. He is our defending, reigning late model champion. And not many races to go in this current late model season either, so he is in good position to go back to back. Racing the way he is tonight, if he keeps this up, it is not going to be too much of a challenge, let's face it. But he does have some new challenges. Michael Clark, as I say, Peyton Burkett. You got Jesse, you got Cody, you've got pretty much anyone in this race capable of taking it out. No offense to Tim L. Brown, he is a lap down, so he's probably the exception to that rule. But look, a wave around and anything can happen in 10 laps. We just have to wait and see. I don't think the 4 of Juan Martinez necessarily has this race in hand fully. That 13 is just a fraction lower. So one of the things you'll notice is they'll try not to run the exact line that the car in front of them is running. You won't beat a car doing that. You just won't. You have to run a little bit different. And the 13, we just saw him pop down low. He went for the slider. He slid up to the wall. The 4 was able to easily, naturally cross that over. But with 9 to go, we're going to start to see a little bit of that. So we're just going to come up to the front. Watch this battle for a little bit. No, we're not. Apparently, we're going to go back to Jesse Ingram. We'll just let the cameras do that. The cameras know best. They know if someone's on a run. So we'll wait and see. Maybe with 8 to go, the 7 can get amongst this 4 and 13 battle for first and second. 28 of Cody B. McDonald. He's closely there behind the 7 of Jesse Ingram, though. So a lot of different potentials right now. Come out of 4 for 6 to go. It's lap 35 of 40. Looks like Jesse not able to build that run, but the 13 and the 4, they're going to continue to go for it. Stay up there. I want to watch this battle with 5 to go. Get up the front. There we go, cameras. Next cameraman to change cars is fired. All right. The 4 and the 13. It is almost 4 to go. This battle is heating up. Michael Clark has thrown a few things at JJ. JJ's managed to battle him off pretty well. Another natural cross under there on that slider attempt. Keeps the momentum. He needs to pull that slider up a fraction shorter, Michael Clark does. He needs to get the car to come to a rest in front of the car. He's trying to do a slider, which will force that car to either change lanes or slow down. With 2 to go. We're going to be 2 to go as we come out here. Start finish line. 2 to go is here. 39 of 40. This is it, Michael. You've had a few shots at it. You know where you're sort of going in, I guess, too much or not enough. So start to build that as we get to the white flag lap. This is it, the last opportunity. Look for something crazy in 3 and 4. Or has the 13 run out of steam? Looks like he has. He's put on a great battle. He will take second place as they cross that start-finish line. Juan Martinez wins. Michael Clark second. Jesse Ingram finishing third. Cody B. McDonald fourth. Peyton Burkett finished fifth. Sixth, John Bennett. No, Travis McDonald, sorry. John Bennett seventh. Tim L. Brown in eighth. Michael Mad Dog Davis and Christopher Standridge finished 9th and 10th. They retired early and not taking the feature field, but finishing in 11th officially, Mr. Jonathan Foxworth. All right, let's get over and have a chat to some of the guys and see what they thought about that race. Sorry about the clearing of my throat. I know it's not the most appealing thing, but it is just not doing a good effort. It's not doing well today, so... All right. We'll jump in that booth. We'll see if Mr. Clark jumps in at the Discord. If not, I do believe we do have him in the race channel, so we'll wait for Mr. Clark to come down. All right, so this man started outside pole on the feature. There was a bit of a reshuffle based on the caution snafu in the first attempted running of this race, but once we all got it said and done, Michael Clark was able to win the heat 2, start second in the grid, and geez, if we look at it two different ways, Michael, Juan Martinez, he is our reigning defending late model champion from the prior season. He is defending his belt this season. And the one man that seems to be the biggest threat at the moment to that, well, there's a couple. There are a couple. Cody B. McDonald, Jesse Ingram as well. But coming into this round, I believe you were the points or are the points leader. Seems you threw a few sliders there. He had a bit of an answer. It looked like your car was probably a little bit slicker than you wanted it. It looked like it floated up in those sliders a little bit more than you'd like. But second place at the dirt track at Charlotte in this field, that's got to feel pretty damn good.
Yes, sir. Car felt pretty good. I know starting with a 0% track state, um, the track just didn't come in. It was real bumpy there uh, for the first about 20, 25 laps. And it just feels like the track doesn't come in when it starts out at 0% until you get a bunch of laps on it. The other server, I messed up, and the server died on us because of my mess up, and I wanted to apologize to these boys. I forgot that the starts are on
Yeah,
green
yep.
for the heats and the first uh, waving
Reset.
of the green for
Yep.
the yeah. So that was my bad. I just want to apologize to those boys. Um, 84 cents down the drain, that's big money.
It is, it
So
is, it is. So a double EOL for you next week. You'll have an EOL plus. You'll be a lap. No, I'm joking. Uh, no, look, those things happen. Um, it's even myself as a broadcaster, trying to remember who starts on green and who starts out of three and trying to call it correctly and things like that. I can slip up myself, but no, once we got it reset and re-going, you definitely put your head down, bum up, and so to speak, and yeah, really put a good race on it. You had, I mean, you're obviously challenging Juan most of the race, but let's face it, you had your own challenges as well. Whether it was Jesse, Cody, Payton, I think Travis and John were up there for a while as well. There's really no shortage, and if we look through the history of the racing and the late models and over the previous seasons, pretty much anyone on the track is capable of a win, even with 20 to go. With that amount of restarts, getting those opportunities. Um, Now, obviously, because you were high up in points, you did start from the back. I think we went fourth row, became pole position in the end. I think it was it's like Travis McDonald and someone else. I can't remember. But racing through the back is like I don't think racing from the back's got to be fun. But obviously, with coming back there with the top five, or I think in this case I was the top four in points because of not everyone was here. Does that help? Do you get to see some of the other guys who are naturally as quick as you sort of race their way up, and it helps navigate the traffic, see predict what people are going to do, or is it always a chore to have to come from the back?
I feel like it's kind of like always a chore. Like, I mean, if you get lucky, you can make your way up pretty quick. I know one made his way up there pretty quick
Yep.
tonight. Um, I got involved in a caution, had to go to the pits, get a repair, and went right back to the back. And I think that was like lap 7 or 8,
Yep.
somewhere in there. So, I mean, it's always fun to race, but it is kind of a hassle to come from the back all the way up to the front every single weekend. Um, I do enjoy the racing.
Hmm.
I try to race everyone as clean as possible. Um, and I felt like my car was even a little bit more faster
Yep.
than Juan
It was
there at the end.
definitely 2 tenths quicker on the last lap, and if we're able to sort of look back, I think that might be a consistent factor. Something we do see a lot. It's that speed to get up to a guy and challenge him or be quicker than him lap wise, but not have that extra sort of I guess miles per hour to get past or for them to make waiting for them to make a mistake's got to be tricky. But no, definitely in those dying stages, 2 tenths quicker. So yeah,
Yeah, I knew that he was using his tires up a good bit up there racing with Jesse. Jesse was on his tail, and I was on Jesse's tail there for a little bit, and
yep,
I was just kind of riding along, hitting the brake, and trying to conserve as much tire as possible there for the end. And I feel like I had a really good shot there at the end, and he just got the job done tonight.
definitely. I think one or two less cautions, maybe one of that last caution. 'Cause that seemed to be where you were really starting to build that run. You're either just slightly lower than him or just slightly higher. Looking at those opportunities, you threw some of those sliders. It would definitely look more like, okay, let's see how the car responds and how he reacts. Not so much, I'm going to get my car in front of him and pass him. Um, but then,
Yeah,
yeah,
I was just I was just trying to change up his line there a little bit. Maybe force a mistake. Which Juan is a great racer, and that was probably one of the better races that him and I have had together. Um, we were both very fast, and we both had the car to win it, and he just prevailed tonight. But yeah, I was trying to throw my car in there, see how it reacted, and then along with how he reacted to how I threw the slider. That way I can maybe uh, see a weakness and maybe get past him.
Yep.
Um, I knew there on the last lap, uh, I got a really, really, really good run out of 1 and 2. Um, and then I was going to throw the slider, but I knew it's the last lap. He's going to try to either throw the slider or block. And so I tried to run it right there through the middle and then cut down um, under him, but I didn't have the traction that I needed
Yep. Yep.
through the where I went pretty much. I feel like if I would have cut down earlier, it would have been a little bit closer of a race. But that's a mistake on my part. Everyone makes mistakes, and
That's
that was
it.
just mine.
It's how you jump back. It's the resiliency and what you do to bounce back from it that matters. And with look 4 weeks to go in this series, and it is pretty much looking like a battle between current champion and potential champion in yourself. So I can't wait to watch these races battle out. We know we've got Knoxville next week, Lincoln and I-55 in the last 2 weeks. We do have a mystery round in there where no one knows which version of the late model will race or what track it will be on. So still another wild card to come, which I think will be potentially one of the opportunities for some of you to really sort of branch off that championship run for the last few races home. So yeah, really, really looking forward to those, man. Well, look, congratulations, second place. As I said in this field, is definitely something you would not shake your nose at. You're having a great run so far. Started off the season with 2 back-to-back wins, and Blimey Lane was a podium. Now you've got another podium here at Charlotte. So hopefully that momentum carries you through to the end, and we get what we traditionally know as the championship round race, where it comes literally down to that battle as to who wins the championship. So yeah, look forward to that. Before we let you go, though, there are a mountain of people that go into making all this happen for you. Friends, family, sponsors. Who do you want to give a shout out to?
Magilla Safe Speed Shop, of course. Sweet Victory Apparel, Spartan Transportation, WR1 Sim Chassis, TAC 3 Defense. There's just so many people that go into building these sets. Blake Evan, Chris, um, that they all work their tails off to give me the fastest sets possible. And then thank you for broadcasting, and then congratulations to Juan on the win tonight.
Definitely, man. Definitely. Well, look, best of luck for the rest of the races that you've got over the racing week. We've still got a few races, Knuckleheadz wise, to come, and we hope to see you out on the track if we can. But if not, best of luck, man. Show them what you got, and if you've got a team or some mates that you race with, best of luck as a whole as well. And we look forward to seeing you see out the next month in the late models, and yeah, potentially taking that championship home.
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you. Talk soon.
Th- Thank you.
All right, that was Michael Clark. He is potentially, I believe, points haven't been fully updated, but I believe our points leader. But here is, as I've mentioned before, our reigning, defending, undisputed champion of late model racing, Juan Martinez. Definitely a fan favorite as well. Buddy, geez, you had a handful there. It looked a bit. I think you were in that first heat in the first race where Michael. I think it was you and Michael in the front row in that one, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yep. Obviously, Michael taking that on the chin, apologising during his interview for coming out of 13. I was going to say coming out of fourth as a start, and then obviously the Tex obviously having a problem with whatever went on and would not let us take the green. So we said, all right, we'll vacate the track, we'll reset, we'll start again, and you got that win in Heat 1, which lined you up that pole start, but unfortunately points. You're just inside that the top 5 in points. So, like I said to Michael, it was one of those rare moments where the fourth row, seventh and eighth, basically became pole 1 and 2, and we know sometimes when that happens, especially when it's guys like Travis and those other boys, they don't let that opportunity go. They really work for it, and you guys have to work your way back up into it and then battle them. Seems like you got up there pretty. I don't want to sort of talk the race straight away out of the way, but you got up there pretty quick. Now I have a love of Charlotte. I have a love of late models. I think Charlotte's one of the best late model tracks out there. Better than February, better than Lanier. Um, you seem to race beautifully back up into the top 5 with I don't want to bring down the other drivers, but with little problem with fairly easy sort of status. What happened? Were you just lucky to get the line you wanted on the way through? What talk us through it.
I just got lucky. Some of the guys were, it was on green, the green restarts, they was all close together, so they checked up and pushed kind of out of the way, which cars push sometimes, not nobody's fault.
No.
It's just, you got to check up so you don't take the leader out. And I was just able to get underneath them and got up there to Chris and Travis, and then worked my way past Chris and got behind Travis. Like, oh my God, here we go. Here goes the pufferfish again, just gonna take up the whole track. And then off that restart, I was able to get around him on the outside. I was happy for that.
Yeah, now it looked like the outside, that sort of whether it was right up on the dirty stuff on the wall or sort of that midway point between the mid of the track and the high of the track. But yeah, it looked like that was a good line to run. Now for me with Charlotte, I've always felt that it's kind of similar to the run in Eldora where you can really just ride that wall right up high in 1 and 2, down the backstretch, and then 3 and 4, you sort of got a few options, but a lot of guys like to sort of come in narrow and diamond it out. So you sort of come in low, mid up high, come back out low, or sort of climb up out of the exit. Is it the track changes? Is it the improvements with the cars that are causing a lot more low? I saw a lot of low line racing. I really thought the infield tire was going to be a 12th car on the field for a few laps. No one really hit it, but what's with the inside line racing in 1 and 2? Do you know? Was it just the tackiness?
I think the track was just tacky
Yep.
there for at least 3 laps, but you have everybody on the track running it, so it's gonna go away pretty quickly. So I was just fortunate enough to be on the outside of Travis on the restart and have that high line, not to fight my way up there. Towards the end of the race, I should have been higher, but to me, the car is hitting the limiter like on the entry of the corner, even where I was at. I should have been higher. I would have been a lot faster, but I also didn't have the tire for it there at the end.
Yep. And that's the thing also, obviously running up the front, it's a lot harder to gauge that tire wear and to make sure that you do have a little bit left if there is that late challenge. And there were some late challenges in those last 10 laps. Look like, as I said to Michael, that it looked like it was more testing the grounds than really sort of attempting sliders. I guess if they pay off, then you take them. But didn't look like you really had to do much. You could sort of just see him come, I guess, let off just a fraction, so he slides past the nose, and then get back on the gas, keep that momentum, and roll on past him. The sliders weren't really, they didn't visually look like they were a problem, but on the track, were there any points where you're like, shit, he's going to get me on this one?
I saw him, and there was one out of 3. I got loose. I was like, oh, he's going to have me. I'm going to throw a slider. I hate throwing sliders because eventually one of us is going to take the upper hand.
Yeah.
9 times out of 10, it ain't me. So I got loose, and I was able to barely clear him coming down the straightaway right before we entered high. And I was like, okay, if he goes, I know he's going to try it again because he's up on me. So I just went down to run beside him, going to run the same line as him with the slider. And I found the slider in 3 and 4 was a little bit quicker than running up top.
Yep.
So I should have been higher in 1 and 2 and same line in 3 and 4. I think I'd have been a lot quicker, but
All right. Now, we're coming to we spoke about this with Michael. 4 races to go. 3 destinations we know of. We're Knoxville next week. Lincoln and I-55 are our final 2 tracks. We do have the wildcard track coming up, so we don't know what track, what car we're running on that one. 7 points. So I'm not sure how they're going to do the EOLs next week because it looks like there's a couple of guys that. Oh no, there we go. We'll click it. So yeah, so you're currently in 4th on points. You will be considered the 5th on points, but 4th on points with Peyton Burke at 10 points. Jesse's currently on 13, Cody 14, and a 7-point lead is Michael Clark. Now, with 4 races to go, obviously you're fairly consistent. Consistency won't be a problem, but do you just sort of look at those last 4 races and sort of go, okay, I really need to knuckle down and nut out what I need to do to close those points and as it normally does do, come down to I-55 and battle potentially Michael for that championship. Are you trying to sort of map it out on, or is it just get to next week, see where you sit, and then build it week by week?
Just try to win as many as I can. If he finishes second or even third, he'd still be
Well, that's the thing.
still be
Yeah,
there.
obviously you pick up 5 points for the win tonight, but he picks up 4. So, when it's a 7-point gap, if you're just sort of chipping away 1 point at a time, 4 races, definitely, yeah, not enough time. So yeah, I guess need to work with Cody, not against Cody. Maybe take him along for the ride. Have that little
I need
2-car
somebody
buffer.
to do something.
Yeah, one of the boys to pull their socks up and lift their game. But Cody, he's also challenging for the championship as well. So if we get serious about that, then I think it's not like in some seasons we've been able to go, all right, it looks like it's going to be between like last season I think it was yourself and Josh Roberts. And this season, I think we're with 4 races left to go. It's not like, okay, it's definitely going to be a battle between yourself and Michael. I mean, Cody's there, Jesse, Peyton. Peyton's another one. We spoke to him in the sprint cars. He's a guy.
Hold on, Bob.
Mm.
We're gonna be. I think we're gonna remake that Bristol race. I don't know.
Oh,
So I might.
Bristol. Yeah. Oh, I didn't even see that there.
So
That is a good point. All right, so maybe it's not as dire as it seems just yet, but still dying stages. So socks up, head down, bum up. And yeah, I think you definitely got a few challenges for that title. I don't think it's really locked in yet. But yeah, Bristol as well. I forgot about Bristol. Ooh, that's going to be interesting. We got the Run What You Brung and the Wayne's World Mod Series tomorrow. Still got the Roberts Electrical Dirt Street Stocks to come Monday night. I know Tuesday night. Sorry, my bad. And I know we might not potentially get you for all those races, but wishing you the best of luck for those. Congratulations, obviously, for the win here tonight. Look, I've heard about them plenty of times. I can never hear about them enough. I think you've got a wonderful bunch of people around you, but friends, family, sponsors. Who do you want to give a thanks to for keeping you up where you're at?
first off, my girlfriend for letting me do this. Mike Manise for all my paints. I think I've gave him at least enough money to file taxes on to make paints for me.
At least do his state taxes, yeah.
Yeah. At this point, he should just be giving them to me for free. Now, you know why? Because I asked for too many. I scroll through Facebook. I'm like, I like that design. Mike,
Yeah.
will you make it for me?
Can you get something like that? Yeah.
Like I just had this one made 2 weeks ago, and then I was
Maybe
scrolling through Facebook and found 2 more cars, late models I like, and I sent them both to him. I said, "Which one do you like better?" He said, "I like them both. I think I've always thought they would be cool to make them." I said, "Make them both. I'll pay
make
you
them
for
both.
them. One
Yep.
will be a pro and one will be a super." So he made another $40 off of me.
Maybe he needs another. Maybe he needs one of those punch cards where you buy 5 paints, get your 6th free or something.
Yeah. You know how many cards I'd have by now? I'd have at least 10 cards. But Fusion setup shop, them guys over there, they're awesome. They make setups for me to drive. A lot of the other ones with my old wheel and pedals, they was loose, but I haven't tried them with my new wheel and pedals. But I still like Fusion with my new ones. and you for putting this on. All the admins, Cody, Travis, or not, that's not the admins, that's my teammates,
stop,
I guess.
stop giving your other league a shout out. No.
But Cody, Travis, Sutton for being my teammates, and you for putting this stuff on for everybody to watch. And my cousin from where I don't remember where he's from. I would have remembered it, but I was over here sweating trying to. At least he lives with my favorite NFL team, the Philadelphia Eagles.
There you go. He's a stand-up comedian out of Philly. Funny, funny guy. Goosebumps books, but very, very similar in writing and design. Moose Dumps. Best of luck, my man. Congratulations on the win, and hopefully
Thank you.
talk soon.
See you, buddy.
Thank you. Bye. All right, that was Juan Martinez. He was our race winner here tonight. We'll just go back over the finishing order. Obviously, Juan was our. Don't try and make jokes, Bob. I know where you were trying to go with that, and don't. JJ Martinez wins. Michael Clark second. Jesse Ingram finished third. Fourth was Cody B. McDonald. Peyton Burkett fifth. In sixth, Travis McDonald. John Bennett seventh. Eighth, Tim L. Brown. Michael Mad Dog Davis in ninth. Then we've got 10th and 11th, Christopher Standridge and Jonathan Foxworth. All right, guys and girls, we thank you so much for coming out and watching tonight's doubleheader. Night of racing to join us tomorrow night for the Wayne's World Modifieds and the Run What You Brung series, all part of the 3-day extravaganza that is the Knuckleheadz iRacing League. All right, this has been Mud Mule TV, all a part of Bobbeth TV on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Appreciate you coming out and watching. Not sure what I was going to say there, but I do love you all.